Hello, hi, good evening. My name is Nzeda, and we are back again. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. And thanks to all my friends who have been waiting all this long and who have been pushing me into working from ISD, PCP, and now we are on CP. The first project I'm doing on CP that will be including question papers. I said, so this is just the beginning of the more. So now, I want to say big up to those friends who are suggesting, who are sending question papers on my WhatsApp number to suggest that I do more work. Like this one that I'm about to do today, somebody just came to my inbox and then they suggested, and I'm really glad because this will be my first CP work. Now the paper that I'm holding in my hand, it's computer programming second paper NQF level 4 of 28 November 2019. And I realized that in Mbembe College they also did it as an internal question paper on 2022. The exact this one. So now we will be doing question 1. And again, I was checking also online. I realized that these question papers are not available. They are not there. Then the memorandums are not there as well. So I will create from the scratch. Just bear with me. I'll create from the scratch our toolbox. Let's take our toolbox. I hope you do have this question paper. If you have it, just design while I'm designing as well. There are some few things that I want do that are on the question paper. They won't be necessary. I'll take the necessary things. Now I want, what do I want? I want a text box. Can you see it? I can't see text box. Okay. There we go, text box. I think we are done. So we have got a label. Let me say copy. I've already taught you about the shortcuts, right? So I hope by now you do know the shortcuts. Paste. Okay. Paste. Yeah, let me put here. Take another one and put here. And thanks again for suggesting, because others, I used to do this video without explaining much, and then you will be hearing a music on the background. So others, they suggested, how about you do without those music on the background, but you explaining? We understand it easily when you explain. So yeah, I will be coding while explaining. So we say paste. Okay, here we go. Paste. No, paste. Move to here. Yeah. Just bear with me. Let me just do this thing quickly and fast, and then sorry. Okay, this one. Okay, let me just do this. This one I threw down. Let me put them up a little bit so that also this one can, yeah. Okay, I also need another level. One for here, one for here. There we go. Now, the question 1 of this question paper, if you are having the question paper or the interface with you, It's this one that says don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. I don't know if you have it. Don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. It's the one that we are busy with now. Okay, I'm just reposition this, and then I will rename them, and then from there we start the coding. This one is gonna say distance covered. Okay, distance covered. This one is gonna say time. Okay, this one is gonna say week 1, week 2. We come to this one, it's gonna say total distance. There we go. And then the other one says average distance. Total time. And lastly, the best session. This way we're going to display best session. I think it has the double S, right? The corresponding session. There we go. The button calculate. Okay. Perfect. Our button is bigger. Our display button is also bigger. I think we should use label. On the displaying, I think we should use label. Or we can use text box. It's also fine. It's fine with me. So now let's rename this. Let's rename this. Okay. So the first box is gonna be TXT week 1. TXT week 1. The second is gonna be TXT week 2. This is gonna be not week 1. Distance. Surprise, TXT week 1, because we also have got another week 1 on time. So yeah, it's gonna be TXT distance on week 1. Yes. So I don't know how am I gonna do it. TXT, when you say TXT distance 1, yeah, good. And then this one is gonna be text box distance 2, good. This one is gonna be TXT time 1, TXT time 2. I think now I'm coming with it all right. TXT total distance. I almost click spacebar and there is no spacebar or space when it comes to naming. It doesn't allow you to put the space. Average distance. There you go. And then TXT total time. There we go. Now let's come to TXT best session. And then this one is BGN calculate. There we go. Perfect. I think we are done now with designing. Now we are going to our question paper, and then we will start dealing with the question. Question number 1, it says Okay, complete the interface program has been saved on the hard drive. Open the solution sheet and fun and follow the instruction to complete the program. Now 1.1 it says add the following program to the CLS calculate session. That's the first thing, and there is no mark there. It's 1.1. That is the first thing. Add the following program code to the CLS calc session. And you know that in VB, whenever we have to code, we deal with shortcuts. And they are saying CLS. CLS is the shortcut for what? Is the shortcut for class. Class. Now, we need to create a class first. We need to add a class. So you click project. You come to add class. You say add class. Now the class that we are to add, they gave us a name. It must be CLS calculate session. Here we go. CLS calculate session, and then we say add. We have added the class. There is no much for doing that, but it is very much important. Now we have created a class. Now inside our class, that's where we are going to code. Now it says create a private field, and it says 1 mark. Ha! Oh, this is not fair, guys. We are to create a class, a private field, and we are given only 1 mark. And the private field that we have to design, we have to consider our interface. We have to consider our interface. Okay, now we say private, since they said a private field. Private int distance 1, int distance 1s integer. Private. Already you know that we have got a distance number 1, right? So then the distance that is on number 1, it is in integer. So we are coming to distance number 2. Distance 2 as well as integer. Now let's create another private field of time now. In time 1 as integer, another private field. In other words, these are our inputs in time 2 as integer. So now when we create our private, we must do it according to our input. And now we're gonna have an output private str base station as string. Now I think we are done. Let me check the question paper. How many do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inputs, and then the station as well. Okay, good. Okay, we are done creating our private field. Now 1.1.2, it says create a parameterized constructor named new that will receive the value to be assigned to all fields as the value parameterized, as the value parameters, The constructor should assign the passed value to the applicable field. Hey, yeah, the English of CP, Parameterized constructor. Whenever we speak of parameterized constructor, please don't panic. We are speaking about the sub. Now, it says the sub that we have to create, they are to be named new. All right? So we have to say sub new inside the bracket. We need to bival underscore time 1 s in integer. Okay, why time 1 is not appearing in time? Sorry, that was not by val. Sorry, yeah, this is by val. Programming. Sivanda. Wetala. Rirala. Time 1s in integer. Comma by val again time 2s integer, comma, we by val again. We're done with our time. Now we are doing our distance. Yes. Distance 1 s integer, comma by var distance, let's say distance 2 s integer. All right. Now let's say int time 1 assigned to underscore time 1 int time 2 assigned to underscore. We're only having time 1. Don't I have time 2? Underscore time 1. Good. Let's check where did I go wrong. Now here I didn't put the underscore. Same applies here. We put also underscore, or also here underscore. Programming. Now underscore time 2. Now you see they are appearing. They were not appearing. Hey, one mistake is bullet. And now int distance 1 assigned to underscore distance 1. Same applies. Int distance 2 assigned to underscore distance 2. Hey, another idea is coming to my head while I'm doing this, I'm thinking of using another style instead of this one, but ever since we are already down on this road, let's just continue. Now, under our end sub, because whatever we open, we must close in programming. Now, let's move on with the question. Then the following question is create a public property for all fields. I've never met that kind of question paper. How? It wasn't giving marks that much. Let me check in total how many marks were there. 25 marks. You have to set for this 25 marks, eh? Yeah. No, this was too much. This was too much. This was too much for real. I could tell you. Okay, now let's continue. Let's continue. Create a public property for all the fields, and it says too much. And how many fields do you have? Okay, let's go. Public property. We'll start with the public property of distance 1, and then we'll come to public property for distance 2, and then a public property for time 1, and public property for time 2. So, public property for distance public property for distance 1, open and close. S, we have already agreed that it's integer. Now on the theory part of CP, I told you that we do have got get and set part. So this is where we deal with get and set. So that's a get and set under here. Now get, inside the get we are going to return. What are we to return now? We are to return our int distance 1. And then under our set, our int distance 1, we have to assign it to value. There we go. We are done with the first public property. We are coming to the second public property. That means we are going to have 4 public properties. Distance 2. There we go, as integer get and set. Please, as I code like this, do also code. And if you've got questions, do ask under the session. I will come and I will explain more. I will come and answer. Now, the second public property is for distance number 2. Int distance 2. There we go. If you have to return first, please. Where am I going? Return int distance 2. CP is unlike PCP where you can code piece by piece while testing, keep coding and testing, coding and testing. Here, we code for a distance before we test. Assign to value. Done with the second public property. Let's come to the third public property. Public property. This reminds me of this other meme that I used to teach. She wouldn't do the way I'm doing. She would just copy and change here and there. But it's good as well because it works. So if you're good at copying and pasting and just change, go for it. Thing is, myself, I'm not good at it. I do make a lot of mistakes. So if you can try it. Time 1, S integer. Let's do our get and set. On the get, we have to return. What are we returning in? Time 1. Now, okay, let me scroll down so that we can work crop nicely. There we go. Now, in time 1, assign to value. Done with the second. Can I try? If I do a mistake, I do a mistake. Copy and the end property, let me paste, and here change it to time 2. Here in time 2. Hey man, I hope I did it correctly. Yeah. So if you want to do this way, you can do it. It also works. It also works. So now we are done with our public properties. Now, the following question says, create a public function. Create a public function. Now, this public function is called public function call distance. To calculate the distance covered by the athletic, call distance. We didn't finish the public property. Isn't that up here? Hey, I'm forgetting, sorry. Isn't that up here? We did declare also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by this private best session. So we must also create a public property for it. I almost did a mistake. So our last public, I'm no longer going to do those cut and paste, copy and change that. Now we call it count best sessions. I hope I did call it like that up there. S. This one was not integer. Don't forget, it was a string. Then now get. We have to get and return. On the get, let's return str best session. And down here, str base station assigned to value. Good. I was overtaking myself. Now we can go back to that question. We can go back to question 1.4. Create the public function called call distance. Okay, to calculate the distance covered by the athletic. Okay. Public function. Please don't mix this thing. There is a difference between public function and a public property. Please. Public function is the one that you know that we have been doing from previous work. We have been into public function. I think the CP new work that you were not aware of is the public property, where we have to do the get and the set. So the public function is the very same one that you know from that. Now they said that our public function must be called call distance. Yeah. Can I check the question paper for excuse me? Call distance here. Call distance integer. Now let's declare what we're gonna use to display our distance. Total distance s, total distance s integer. Good, there you go. Now let's assign our total distance. Our total distance, we should assign it to our formula. And what does our formula carry? Our formula carries in the text box of int distance 1. What's gonna be inside there, we should edit with what is gonna be in the int distance 2. Okay? And you do know that in PCP, I told you that public function, we must always return the value, all right? Average distance. Average distance. Okay. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Did I declare this? I mustn't return what I did not declare. Total distance. Where am I? I've declared the total distance. Yeah, I'm returning. I'm returning something else. Hi. All right, now we have created our public function called calc distance. How many marks is it? 2 marks. Wow, this isn't so painful. Oh wow. Now again, it says create another public function of average distance. I'm cramming the interface when hey, my head way ahead of myself. Create a public function calc average distance to calculate the average distance covered by the athletic. Woo! And how many marks again? 2 marks. Okay. Okay. Public function. You now you know public function. They said our public function must be called calc average. I'm used to PCP where we do calc. I calc distance, calc average distance, calc average distance as integer. Now let's declare our average distance, as integer. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me check the question paper and the formula. What type of a formula are we expected to use? Now, total distance, to get it, we must add distance 1 plus distance 2. Average distance, we must add total distance divided by 2. Now, for total time, it's time 1 plus time 2. Okay. Kilometer per minute 1. Assigned to distance 1 divided by time 1. Okay. It makes sense, the formula. Okay, so here we are going to say total distance divided by 2. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, we are still on the right track. Now, after declaring, we are to call what we have declared and then assign, and then we put the formula. And the formula, we are told that we must get the total distance. So what is the name of the total distance up there? Well, we have the two options to go with. We can use the name of the public function and divide it by 2, or work on the very exact formula and then divide it by 2. But I think the best is to call the name of the function call distance. Call distance divided by, okay. Now, after calling count distance, since it's a public function, we must put these two brackets there to show that it's a public function. Because if we don't put these brackets, it will not work. These two brackets here after count distance, they are very much important. It is to show that up here it's a count distance is a public function. All right. Okay. There we go. Let's continue. Now we are done with our formula. What left is to return. We return our average distance. Now, there we go. There goes our 2 marks. We are adding a bit. Okay. Now, 1.1.6, it says create the public function call total time. To calculate the total time covered by the athletic. All right. Public function call total time as integer. Now let's declare our total time being total time as integer. Total time as integer, and therefore we assign our total time to this formula. Time 1 plus int time 2. Here we go, and then you know that every public function must return the total time. We done. There goes another 2 marks. Create the public function. How many public functions this question paper is having? Create another public function best session to determine which week was the best and return the you are born, wabon, awa, with line. You see the English of CP, computer programming, to return a concatenated string as shown in the figure below. The string should be assigned to the label best session as shown below. So let's see below. Best session, week 1 was the best session. So we're gonna have week 1. Let me go back to the formula that side so that we see how we are to do it properly without doing any mistake, guys. Okay. Kilometer per minute 1, kilometer per minute 2. Okay. Week 1 was the base station. How many weeks are we having? We have got week 1 and we have got week 2. Okay. Week 1 was the base station. Yeah. Rizala. Rirala. Now the code is becoming to be the code. Create a public function base station to determine which week was the best between week 1 and week 2 and return the concatenated string as shown in the figure below. This is our concatenated string. The string should be assigned to the label LBL base station. Oh, the thing is, when you code in the exam room, they will bring an interface already designed for you, and then the interface where they were displaying on it's on level, right? And we will be displaying on TXT. So don't get confused. It's still one and the same thing as long as we display. So now, the concatenated string. Abash. Public function. Public function. Base station. There we go. Base station. As string. Don't forget we did it as a string. Okay, let me scroll up so that you can be able to see what we are coding, and so that I can as well be able to see. They said we should use kilometer per minute. That statement is too much. It's too long. Dim. How about instead of me saying kilometer, I said km for kilometer per minute. I hope it's fine with you, right? Kilometer per minute 1 is decimal. We don't know, after plus adding and dividing, we might find the number in decimal. That's why I'm using decimal. Decimal assigned to 0. Dim kilometer per minute 2 is decimal assigned to 0. Now, we have to determine which week is gonna be the best week, which means either another week or the other week. And if we are to work on either or, that means it can be 2 weeks at the same time. It has to be 1 week at a time. And if it has to be 1 week at a time, that means we have to use if statement. Now, if I'm stuck here. Just give me a moment to think and rethink. If TXT, do I have TXT time? Hi. If time 1 is greater or less than 0, right? Greater or less than 0, then our kilometer per minute 1. That is time 1. Minute dot round. Memusima, where are you? Met dot round, it's here again. Okay, distance 1, we must divide it with what? Time 1. Time 1. Comma 2. Whatever segment we open it with if, we must close it with and if. I almost make a mistake. I wanted to add another code inside and if, and we need to come to under another and if to create another if statement. Have you ever coded and you doubt your code was still coding? I'm holding my heart with my head here. In kilometer per minute 2 assigned to met dot round. And now let's come to our distance 2. Distance 2 divide by time 2. That's 2. Okay. This is a tricky one. This is a very, very, very tricky one. Now, how do I come up with my else if statement? Equal to Baba. No, we need to know before we assign those words that they said we should assign into a, they said what, a concatenated string that was shown there. Week 1 was the best session. So, yeah, if kilometer per minute 1 assigned to kilometer per minute 2, then this only means if these two which are equivalent to each other, they are the same to each other, then what is to be returned is that these weeks are equivalent to each other. So week 1 and week 2 are equivalent or are the same. We can use the word the same or equivalent. They are the same. Therefore, kilometer per minute 1 and all this must be over kilometer per minute or minute here. Now, have you ever coded and hold your heart with your head? We are on if statement. And then if we are to put the else, we have to put it inside the same if. Now we have got three cases here. Week 1 being the best, week 2 being the best, and 2 weeks are equal, equivalent to each other. So we're going to use if statement, else statement, and else if statement, and then else statement. So else if, and then we'll finish by else. And else if it's not like else, we don't code under, we code on the very same line. Else kilometer per minute 1 is greater than kilometer per minute 2, then this is what you are to return. This is what you are to return. Week 1 was the best session, and then how was it the best session? You must know the what is inside each box there. Why do we say it was the best? It must show us by what number, what calculation, and then our answer must be in kilometer per minute. Now we are coming to else statement. Else, yes, else we code it under. We don't code it on the same line, and then we just say return. Actually, we don't write much. Okay, we return. I hope this one you know it from ISD and also PCP. Else week 2. Else week 2 was the best session, and then was the best session by what? Now the kilometer per minute 2 will then give us the value there, and then after giving us the value, we need to after the value we need to put this. So say this value that was given there is calculated in kilometer per minute. Okay. And then down here we return our okay. Check the question paper to see if we did correctly. Okay. Okay, the public function should be assigned to the level. Yeah, we did it correctly. Now it says add your examination number to the program code of the athletic class. Make a printout of the program code of the class. So you were to do the printout there. Now that was 1.1. Now we are coming to 1.2. 1.2 it says add the following program code to the click event of the calculate button on the athletic form. Remember, I told you that in CP when we code in 2 different places, under the class as well as under the button. So now we are coming under the button. You see, we are no longer in the class now. We are under the button. So now it says under the button, we should 1.2.1, write the program code to instantiate an object from the athletic class. Woo! Another big English, instantiate. Oh, we are no longer far from finishing it. Instantiate a program from our class. Then how do we instantiate? How do we instantiate? Hey, I'm gonna have a little bit of challenge here, a bit, but I will have to work it out. Right? How to instantiate? When you speak of instantiating, how do we do it again? Oh God, very people. Just give me a second for me to be 100% sure of how to instantiate so that I don't tell you the wrong information. Which page is it again? In the meantime, while I'm checking, just be going through the code and check how is it going, how to do it. If you are having a challenge, you'll be posing a question down on the station for me, then I'll come and I'll answer it. Instantiating. How do we call? I think we can call it using its private. Okay, I found the book. Let me check now. Implementing object-oriented design. Object-oriented. Page what? 21. Okay. Okay, I see now. I'm in page. Yeah. Now what's left is for me to see the code out to instantiate. Private SRNAM as a string. Just remember using that instead. I don't think this one are using the right one. To instantiate, you need to declare the class object here, private stuff. Okay, after declaring a class object for full object, what do we do? Now what I'm getting here is not really helpful. It's not really helpful on the book. I think I will go with my head now. Yeah. There are few ways. I think I found another one here. Let me try and see if it's gonna work. And say inherit. Inherit is not working. Baba. Yeah, on this book. I'm checking in your book, guys. And page 47. Inherit here student. So be clear. private, and then the name. NCV student. Let's see. Private. Okay, let me go with it. Private. Also, private is not working, guys. Oh, guys, where am I going wrong? No, we have to be up here. Private. Hey. What did we name our thing again? Okay. I think I'm on the right path now. Just give me a moment. Oh, Jehovah. This book is wonderful. Okay, let me go with my head. We called our class CLS calc, and it's not popping up. It has to pop up. So let me see what has it. I think I should have practiced this thing before. Yeah. Hey. Okay, now I'm gonna have to pause me so that I won't push much of your time, and then be sure of this, and then I'll just give me a second. All right, we are back again. Now, sorry about this. Let me just put it down here. I post. So now, hey, what a lecture without a mistake. Did you hear my excuse? Okay, now I checked something. I'm not going with what the book said, because I think with what the book said, it's complicated. I'll do research first, and I'll come back to you and walk you through it. So now I'm coming down under private, but it didn't take much of time. So now, okay, now my device from something else on the strike. Okay, I don't know what was that. Okay, let's give it a moment. Let me check if I've connected it with an internet, because I know if the internet is on, it does work with glitching. So there is no any internet. Alright. I need to pause again. I don't know what's going on. Okay, now I think it's back again. Hi. What's one of this? Ha. With salad. Okay. Let me remove this Jim and write it again like this. Jim. Now I am to declare SCLS a new one, CLS calculate, the patient S, and then I use the name of my class, which is CLS calculate session. Okay, under here I'm gonna call what I just declared, CLS calculation. Excuse me, let me just take water. Now let's assign it to our new CLS calculation session. Good. Now I think we did what the question is. Let me check. Yeah. Write the program code to instantiate the object from the class ending. This. Now number 2 says write the required code to check if the text box contains the numeric. That's the data validation. Guys, come on, I've taught you data validation already. For the sake of time, while we are jumping this one, it's how many marks? 2 marks. 1.2.3 says add the code to calculate the button. Okay. And then from there, display. Alright. So we are only jumping 2 marks. Only 2 marks. Okay, I'm seeing an error here now. Allow me to try and see if I can fix this error. Oh God, my phone is ringing. Okay, let me see if I can try to fix this error. Let me use this capital letter. See, good. And then when we come down here, this won't be this one. It will be the capital letter. And then this one will be this one. Okay, the error gone. Let's see. Okay, let me just remove it and invite me. New. Yeah, okay, good. I'm still having error. I thought this method that I brought back would work. So it's not working. Okay. Yeah. Calculation. Where is the error? Yo, my phone is ringing. It can't be ringing during the time that I'm having errors here. So yeah, give me a moment. Let me see where the error lies. All right, now we are back again. Sorry about that. Yeah, Jabu, yeah, man. It could be, you know. Sometimes it gets to be tough. So where were we before I started and the phone ringed at the same time? I went to declaring, and what am I declaring there? CLS calculation. And again, there are few things I changed while I posed this. I saw where the error was, so I will explain it while I was going. so that you won't be surprised. CLS calculate session. Now the one that we declared, we are to call it and assign to our new CLS calculate session. Now we're done. Okay, we were done with this. We were jumping to the next question, but we realized that there is an error, so we have to go back and fix the error and then come back to the question paper. Now coming back to the question paper, it says add to the calculate button this and calculate that will send the parameter to the new constructor to instantiate the fitness of this object name. So now let's work with this, the last part. Now we do it in this way. Integer, that is in the proper spelling for integer. I think this one is, yes, integer dot try. Okay, now when it comes to this, it will differ with the lecture in your campus. Lectures use different methods. So you see, the first method I was trying to use, it wasn't working. That's why I had to come with this other method that simplifies things. The one of typing, the one that you understand from that one that you understand from PCP. Now try paste our text box. Now I have to assign the text box that carries the week 1. Text box that carries the week 1. That's 2. Since the text box I have to assign it to, I need to make sure that it's the text, and then the name of my class, CLS the session, the one that I created under the button, not the one that is on the class. So be careful of that, and then full stop underscore. Now this text box of week 1, it will be assigned to also a distance, int distance 1, int distance 1. There you go. Now integer dot try paste. This is the method that we all understand from PCP. And then text box of week 2 dot text, comma, the name of our class, the one that we call it this side, the one that it has to instantiate the object from the original class, the one we created. Now dot, the dot is full stop underscore in distance 2. Distance 2. Let's fix something so quickly. The distance are no longer the same. Hey, yani integer dot try paste. Excuse me. We are done with the text box of the week. Now we are coming to the time text box time 1 dot text. These ones are the same thing. Eh? Yeah, it's the class, so nothing changes here. Dot underscore. Here normally nothing changes in time 1. If your name machine, you just do the copy and paste. Try Alright, now we say txt time to dot text, let's say, comma, the name of our given class, stop, underscore in time to. Okay, what's up? What's going on? I think my system is having a problem. Wow. I don't know what's going on, but something is really going on, and I don't know what it is. Okay, it's selected time to. Alright, now once we are done with that, now we are going to display. And once we are done with that, we've got our 5 marks. We are coming to display. Display LBL registration, and LBL total distance, and LBL G. Okay, and LBL time, total time. Okay, and it's just too much. So, I've never seen a stingy question paper like this one. This question paper is stingy, guys. Can I check here if the voice is still recording? You find that I'm just speaking alone here and it's not recording. So no, it's recording. So let's finish. You never know. Technology. Okay, now let's display txt base station dot set assigned to the name of our class dot base station, and then those brackets dot to string. Dot to string. Okay, we have assigned the first one. Now let's come to the second one, the total distance. txt total distance dot text, the name of our class dot, excuse me, called total distance. Okay, let me check if I wrote the correct thing. Called, yeah, see that I didn't write the correct one. And then now that string in. Now let's display the fourth one before we finish. txt other coding without being an interface. Okay, that assigned to our name of class dot is calc average. Calc average. Bracket set to in. And then the last one, txt total time. Total time second set assign realize dot calc total dot to string. Alright, I think we are done. And then they said change the text in the title bar of the form to your examination number. Run the program and test the data below to calculate the athletic performance. Week 1 we are given, and week 2 we are given based on the question paper. Now let me run the program. I hope it runs here. Hey, yeah, keep programming. CP, computer programming. So just do it with carefulness, because you might sit for many hours in the exam and yet code something that does not work like this one that is in front of me. Oh, I don't know what's going on. My system is slow. So let's give it a moment after it runs, and then we'll input this information and then run and see what's gonna happen. It wasn't supposed to be this slow. I'm surprised. So guys, this is how to do CP question 1. Normally it carries the weight of 25 marks. Normally 25 marks, sometimes 30 marks, 25, 30, 25, 30. So one thing you need to know is that you need to code in a class that you create. You add a class and then you code under the class those public field, the private field, what am I saying? Yeah, those things, the public function. And then under the button, you just do the polishing and the final of the code. And then after this video, I will have to come up with another video of question 2. I think I will go for question 2 on under the very same question paper. It's gonna be the database. I'm trying to speak so that it finishes debugging, because I'm surprised my system is running slow like this. Yeah, I can see the database, and yeah, because this database, it's something that it was saved on the system, and we don't have the system that it was saved on, so we just have to create from the scratch. So we'll create the database from the scratch, and then we will code it. So probably next week I will stop the video for this one. It's taken a million years to debug. So yeah, I changed the view that time that I posted the video, so that you won't be surprised. I changed the view, the naming of our text box. I changed the label. I said that we won't survive, we won't win. So yeah, let's do this and see if we're gonna win after debugging. They said week 1, the distance is 42, and the time is 160 minutes. And then they said week 2, the distance is 56 kilometers, and the minute is 180. Now let's calculate. There we go. Week 2 was the best session, 0.31 kilometers per minute. Now, how about week 1 was 90. Now, week 1 was the best session. So how about they were equivalent? Week 1 and week 2 are the same. So this is how it is. This is how we code it. This is how we work it. Thank you so much for following my YouTube channel and for pushing me into doing more videos. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Keep on subscribing and tell others to subscribe and bring more question papers. And there are more question papers I'm still going to treat and do the video for you guys. God bless you. My name is Mzedaro Tondwa. Love you all.